At ROX, we live and we breathe security. That's why we actually designed security into the platform from the beginning. It wasn't done afterwards like a lot of platforms do. So for example, all our data centers are certified ISO 27001 and also by rigorous standards set by the Swiss regulator. For example, also our CID, the client identification data, is actually separate from the rest of the system. This means that it's not possible to link the two directly. So all of the data is fully encrypted, and for example, the people that are actually going to be processing the orders have absolutely no idea for whom the order is for. This is because all of this data, this client identification data, is actually only accessible by very select people. At ROX, we use end-to-end encryption for all of the client identification data and all of this data that needs to be really secure from the front end to the back end. This is not really something that is mainstream in the banking area, and even on regular websites. It's usually used for chat services. This allows the data to be encrypted directly on the client side. It is sent over another encrypted line and then a transport, and then it is sent to the back end already encrypted. We use content distribution networks to safeguard against different types of attacks, for example, like DDoS attacks, which are distributed denial of service attacks. These attacks are supposed to render our services unusable, for example. So we use the best known company that does this, which is Cloudflare. They are they're used for about 80% of the internet content nowadays. Of course, hackers can attack us, and even in the event that a hacker attacks us, because we don't pretend that we will never be attacked. I mean, this can happen, of course, but there's actually nothing to steal. The client's tokens are on their wallets with their own private keys. We don't have access to them. Nobody in the platform has access to them, so attacking the platform is not going to give them this information. Also, the actual Swiss francs, which are one-to-one with the tokens, are stored in Swiss banks and special vaults, so there's no getting to those either. I would like to conclude by security is in our DNA, and it always will be.